Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, crazy babies, to another episode of Jam Sessions with your host, yours truly, Joe Mykut. I have a really great author on today. I hope you enjoy the interview, and be sure to stay tuned after the interview for a few great book recommendations. Without further ado, I'm going to scooch along off stage and bring on our next author. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, crazy babies, to another episode of Jam Sessions with your host, yours truly, Joe Mykut. And I am here. I have a very special guest today. We have with us the author of Unbreak Me, C.A. Grieco. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here with us. I'm excited to get to know a little bit about you and your book and share it with our viewers. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. Well, we'll jump right into it. We're here to find out about Unbreak Me. Tell me about this book. What is it in your words?
So Unbreak Me is a dual point of view country romance. It follows two characters on this journey of healing from their past. The main female character, Claire, has lost her younger brother to him taking his own life. So she moves to this new town. She is a counselor for people struggling with addictions. And she pretty much runs straight into Tyler, our other main character. He owns a ranch, and he has a younger brother who is paralyzed. So throughout this book, you're following both of them on this journey of finding forgiveness for themselves and pretty much healing from the darkness and finding that light again in their lives. So yeah, there are some triggers in the book, just so if anybody is, wondering about that, there are some triggers, and there is a little sprinkle of spice in there for anybody who likes that as well.
Little sugar, little spice, little salt, little sadness. We'll throw the salt in there with the tears, and then we'll have the sugar and spice. That's really awesome. Now, I noticed on the cover of this book, there are butterflies. Are they, without giving anything away, are they particular to the story in any way?
So when I was designing the cover, I really wanted to include butterflies because this series is going to involve, like I said, healing and working through the darkness to find that light again. And I feel like butterflies are just such a good symbolization of something going through something, and they might not necessarily be the most beautiful situation, like going through the change from a caterpillar to a butterfly. But after that darkness, they come out with that beautiful happiness again. So that was kind of why.
Absolutely. I actually wrote a poem about butterflies and the metamorphosis they go through, and how they're such a delicate creature that, just with a strong wind or mishandling them can be so damaged, but they're also so strong in their durability to be able to go into the cocoon and reemerge a total new creature. So they're delicate and strong, and they are a symbol of transmutation, from something to something else. So that's really cool that you use those. Now, the character in the book, I maybe even would say the main character, Claire Andrews. Where was she inspired from? What did she spring to life from?
So I feel like Claire is a mix of a lot of people. Some people say she reminds them of my little sister, which is so funny because I didn't directly try to make her like my sister. I just feel like as an author in life, you find things in people and you're like, oh, I'm going to include that into my characters and my books and all of that. So I feel like she just is, the character that embraces being that strong person, but also breaking and needing to build herself up again.
Right. Well, and there's strength in that. I think that's one of the strongest things you can do, is to allow yourself to be vulnerable and to break down and to experience something and to go through it. So I really think that is a true character of strength, and it's really neat that you made that one of her core character traits. Now, and who knows, maybe subconsciously you did model her after your sister, which would be a great compliment to her. Now, without any spoilers, of course, maybe a few cliffhangers, but would you say you have a favorite part of the book, a favorite scene? Is there just a moment in the book that you just are most proud of or love or get most excited about?
So there's a scene in the book where Claire is learning to ride a horse. Okay, so she comes from New York. This is very,
new territory.
Yes. So she has a moment where she's facing losing her brother, and is kind of like working through that. And I really love that moment where it's just like showing all the emotions of her really working through that healing and trying to understand and kind of accept things. I'd say that's probably one of my favorite parts in the book.
That's really cool. I think there's a lot of symbolism there. I always try to pull from the universe and all of the ideology and the themes. And there's something really symbolic also about her trying to face this wild, unbridled emotion and experience, this raw experience of losing her brother, and doing it while learning to ride a horse, almost taming the animal, almost getting into the seat of power and riding that wave of emotion. So that's very symbolic. And I think that's cool that you tied that into that scene. And I'm excited to get my hands on a copy of the book to read that scene. I'll keep that in mind. Now, speaking of getting my hands on a copy of the book, where is best for people to go to get a copy? I do know that you're on the TikTok shop. Are you on Amazon.com as well?
Yes. So I do have copies on TikTok shop. They are signed. People have been ordering from Amazon and they're upset when they come unsigned. I can't sign Amazon copies, but they are on Amazon as well. I do have it free on Kindle Unlimited as well for people who use that. So those are my only things I have right now, is TikTok shop and Amazon.
Okay. And so TikTok shop, they would just go to your page on TikTok, which is C.A. Grieco. I think it's author C.A. Grieco. Is that correct?
Yeah. Is it C.A. Grieco author or it's either author C.A. Grieco or a C.A. Grieco author. I forget.
Okay, perfect. Well, either one of those will work, and I will try to tag it actually in a comment below this interview once I get that figured out, as well as Amazon.com. Keep in mind, viewers, as she mentioned, if you want a signed copy, that would be through the TikTok shop. Otherwise, you can get the copy off Amazon.com. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can get the ebook version. So that is really awesome. Now, what's next because Unbreak Me is part of the Magnolia Falls Ranch series. Am I correct? Yep. So what's next? What's next for that series? What can fans anticipate from you?
So I have Unchain Me book 2, which this book follows Claire and Tyler. Their best friends are Trish and Leighton in book 1. So book 2 will follow Trish and Leighton's story. We'll still have Claire and Tyler in the back of that story, so we'll still have pieces of them. I am planning 4 total books in this series, hoping to wrap it up by the end of next year, and next Christmas have a novelia that follows Claire and Tyler for like a little Christmas novelia, just to wrap the series up and finish it off with that.
So that's really exciting. So you said a total of 4 possible books?
4 with a novelia, so 5 total.
Okay, very cool. And that'll be between now and next Christmas. So I know you have a big fan base. That'll give them a little timeline to look forward to. No promises, because life happens. So with life sprinkled in there, we will hope to get more out of the Magnolia Falls Ranch series between now and next Christmas. And we are so thrilled to have had you on today. And I'm excited to share with my viewers Unbreak Me so that they can grab a copy. Again, I'm going to share the link for your TikTok shop underneath this interview, because I really think it would be special for them to get a signed copy. And in the meantime, we would love to have you back on when your new books come out. Maybe for each book we could do this part of the series.
That would be great. I would love to come back.
Thank you so very much. And until next time, crazy babies, make sure to go out and grab your copy of Unbreak Me off Amazon.com or TikTok. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, crazy babies, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Jam Sessions with today's author. Be sure to check out their book and grab a copy. Also, check these great books out. My children's book called Beautiful Boy by Joe Mykut, available on Amazon.com. A great collection of poetry by Alicia Hodge, titled I May Be a Romantic, But I'm Not Hopeless, available on Amazon.com. Another great collection of poetry by Marie Dawn Moldovan, titled 20 Years of Winter, also available on Amazon.com. And last but not least, this is the first book, Vocus Honomarum, in a series, a 7-book series titled Philly Der Bedlam. Again, this is the first book that is out and available, Vocus Honomarum. It's also available on Amazon.com. be sure to stay tuned. Right after this, I'm going to leave you with a teaser video about that series. The author not only directed and produced this video, but he also created the music that you'll hear in the background. Enjoy.